Okay. 1 minute early. What's up, Shira? What's up, Vexed? X-Men 97 is tomorrow? Oh, there's so many shows. I don't even have time to react to it. I really do, but then that would be, damn, that would be 5 shows. Freaking Rick and Morty, Good Place, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then White Collar for Patreon, the person who pays me. Botrix, you sly robot. Yeah, damn. I wish I had all the time in the world. I'll tell you that much. And all the money in the world. Well, how are you guys doing? I just watched I watched The Good Place season 3 finale yesterday. I posted it today. Damn, it's sad. It's always sad. Why can't everything ever be just happy? Guess who's back? Back again. Con Artist is here. Damn, man. How are you? True is here. We haven't had a lineup like this in a while. Shira, we missed you. We missed you bigly. Big time. Kira hasn't been on in a long time. Matthias was on last time. Or 2 times ago. Con Artist, what's going on, man? So X-Men 97 is tomorrow. Crap. So I don't remember. Yeah, I think the only person that Vexed hasn't met yet is Con Artist. So Vexed is one of my friends that I work with. And Con Artist is one of our regulars from a long time ago, but busy person. And whenever they have time, they hop on. So it's like a treat when Con Artist shows up. Con, let's not discuss me. I'm just happy to be here. All right, just wanted to introduce you guys. Let's fix this. Well, maybe William will show up when there's 5 minutes left like he did last week. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, man. But we made it to another Tuesday. And it was just busy. It's just busy. It's just busy. Excuse me. It was a punch to the gut, man. Come on. Why do they always have to do something with Cheaty? But he's a good man, sacrificing. He's always making the sacrifice play. That's why he deserves everything. Oh, man. I was actually running late to this live stream. I was rushing. I had to get my water. There was a whole bunch of things I had to do. I got here at 6:58. So we're good. We're good. Whew. Oh, I forgot to do this that I usually always do. Do. Thank you all for your support. Do that. Let's get that going. All right, that worked. Okay, I don't want that. How do I friggin' close it? There we go. Oh, cool. I didn't realize I could do that. Members only live stream. Schedule your live to switch to members only. That's pretty dope. When we do Screen Sanctum After Dark. I know a question that True asks often. I still do not know when I'm going to be able to do my next Shotsathon. That one, Vexed. If there's ever a live stream of mine you want to be on, it's on my Shotsathon subathon where I go live at around between like 3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I stay on usually till midnight, and $10 super chats make me do a shot. And yeah, I get True and Boomhauer get me wasted every time. And I used to do it every 3 months, and I'm up to the 4th one, and I just have not had a chance to do it. Oh my God, it does look like God created. Yeah, it's like a subathon, like how I Show Speed, they do their subathons, but they go for like days at a time to gain subs. Usually I don't gain any subs. No one new ever really hops on. But at the time that I do it, I usually watch a movie and, well, as much as you can watch a movie on YouTube, it's usually blurred out. Shearer says it's $1 for a shot and 5 for every article of clothing. It's $50. It's $5 for every article of clothing, but $50 for each sock. Feet aren't cheap. Feet are not cheap. Let me get this. So next week, Dreamlight Valley has a expansion pack or whatever. I forgot what they call it. Winnie the Pooh. I am definitely buying that next week. And then what else was next week? There was 2 things next week. Damn. Totally slipped my mind. I think it was both video game things. It was that and Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake is next. Let's see. Tomorrow's the 1st, right? So Wednesday's the 1st, the 8th. I think it's next Thursday. So I will be picking that up. And yeah, still got to get into finishing South of Midnight. It's so much fun. But we did finish Horizon Zero Dawn. We're doing the DLC for that. We've been watching this guy because his channel is basically all Dreamlight Valley, but I like how he does some of his videos. I just have to figure out a way I can incorporate it, because he basically every day he'll just basically read what's going on in Reddit, in the Dreamlight Valley Reddit posts, and he'll go through it and comment on it and stuff like that. I like that. Vex says he needs to start that ASAP. Which one is that one? South of Midnight? Shearer says, hopefully Marsha will be here too tonight. And Boom, I don't think Boom has ever missed a live while in the United States. And yeah, Marsha last week, I think, came on a little bit before William did. South of Midnight, the music and like the dialogue, it's so fun. It's adorable. Oh, I don't know, Vex, if I ever showed you this. You may not even know, but I have a website. There's this one, and then this one. Did it show up? I don't think it showed up as links. But one of my good friends who used to also be on the lives built the website for me, and he just recently got a new job. So, and he's got a lot going on. He's been busy, so Jeff has not been able to join a live in a while. I haven't even had a time. We used to do like quarterly meetings at the coffee shop, and we talk about the website because we have some ideas. I have to do a giveaway. I have the giveaway page on the website, but I have nothing to give away. Nothing. Vexed. I also don't remember if I told you when I reached 6,000 subs, I gave away a PlayStation 5, and I have been growing very slow since 6,000. I don't know when or if I'll ever hit 10,000, but I am trying to think of something to give away when I do hit 10,000, but it's not looking like I'm ever going to get there, which is crazy. So there's that. What else? I don't know. I don't know. So I think tomorrow I need to watch Rick and Morty. And then Wednesday, maybe Wednesday I'll watch season 2. Shearer says, you have to think in OnlyFans fashion, sell bathwater. I'll save my beard clippings. I'll shave them and then I'll put them in a bottle and I'll put it on my shop. Vex says LMAO, and I don't know why YouTube translated it from LMAOOO. YouTube is dumb. Connor says, even those who claim Rick and Morty fell off are loving this season. I don't really understand. I mean, I know I caught it late. I started season 1 at the end, like when season 6 was airing. So I caught up. And so season 7, 8, and 9 are the 3 seasons that I've watched live and reacted as they've been out. I personally have not felt that the show got worse. Like, to me, Rick and Morty is hilarious. Like, some episodes are funnier than others, but the quality to me has been the same. And maybe it's because I have no ties, or I don't really care really much about the voice actors. Like, I didn't have any connection with them. I just knew, like, when I first started, I think that's when they got let go. So I was like, the episode just this season with Jerry and the worms, and then Jerry with the pool Roomba, like, those were hilarious. So funny. So I have to remember tomorrow to download X-Men 97, which is funny. I'm like, oh, I'll do this, and I still need to finish Arcane. Sheer says, this Danish fellow Lucas started the Good Place reactions with a bang, but as the episodes progress, it's dropped off a bit. Oh, you mean he hasn't been watching them lately? Man, I can't believe I only have 13 episodes left. So I delayed my Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I kind of wanted to start the final seasons at the same time. So I'm up to the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and the last season of The Good Place. So I may skip Brooklyn Nine-Nine this week, maybe. So next week, I'm at episode 1 of the final season for both. I might do that. And then I'll be able to fit in X-Men 97. I just hope they don't depower Storm again. I was so mad in season 1 when they depowered her. Ooh. It really grinded my gears. Oh, man, oh, man. So anyways, how was everybody's days at work? How was yours, Shira and Con Artist and True and everyone? Bex, I know I saw you. I wonder if I should even keep this. I always have this open. I don't know if I should. I'm kind of like superstitious. Get rid of that. Yeah, I don't have any popcorn buckets or anything I want to get rid of. I almost bought the Supergirl popcorn bucket to give away, but I did not. I did see Supergirl. I don't know if anyone else on here has seen it, but without spoiling it, I will say I thought Superman was better, but I liked Supergirl more. To me. But it was fine. It was all right. It was definitely not a 1 out of 10, and it was definitely not a 10 out of 10. But it was cool. Connor says his last day was Sunday, and I'm actually not scheduled till Friday. Oh, that's nice. Everyone enjoys some free time, some time off. So hopefully you do something fun, or you just are lazy and relax, because being lazy and relaxing for a vacation is sometimes just as good as doing something. Just being able to sit down, like, do something fun. Like, if work is hindering you from being able to, like, play video games or do fun things, then play video games or something. That's what I say. It all depends on the vibe, how you're feeling. Stuff like that. I have not seen Toy Story 5 yet. I do want to see it. Supergirl I watched last Thursday night at 9 p.m. So I did the night showing. So yeah, I might do Toy Story 5. Chris, oh my God, what do we owe the honors of Chris being up at 10 p.m. hopping on? Chris, what's going on? Ladies, gents, and Shira. Vex says he just wants to play Super Mario and get paid. Dude, I honestly believe if I didn't have everyone who's on these lives every week, like the 10 people, whatever, that like support me every week, I may have quit my channel because it does get kind of depressing when you're stuck. Like I said, I've been stuck at like 8,000. I mean, 6,000 forever. Like 6,820. And it's just like a bummer, but I'm still having fun and everyone shows up on Tuesdays and they comment on the videos. So I do it. On the day it starts feeling like work, I sell my channel for $10 million. That would actually be dope because I honestly think I have an amazing channel name and I have the website. So if anyone was looking to buy it, the problem would be if someone like offered me money now, but I still wanted to do videos, I would have to think of a totally different name and then build a page again. Connor says he also wants to see Toy Story 5. Supergirl is Melissa Benoist. I know a lot of people did not like the CW shows. I loved Supergirl on the CW, but I think it's because I don't know much about like the character differences, and Supergirl on TV was basically just a female Superman, and apparently she's not just a female Superman. She has her own different personality, which you see in this movie. But then someone told me that was like a retcon and they rewrote her like that. But I like that she is just not the same exact character with the same personality to me. But I did love the CW Supergirl. Sheer says, yeah, Super Drunk Girl didn't have a chance against. There was, I don't know why Warner Brothers put it out between Toy Story and Minions. And then after Minions, there's something else. And then after that is The Odyssey. Then after that is Spider-Man. Like, that was the stupidest. Chris says, love you a lot, Shearer, you abomination. Shearer says, even Helen Slater Supergirl was better. That movie was just very bad in the 80s. Chris says, Melissa Benoist is amazing. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I did like it. There was some crazy shit that happened on that show, but I liked it. The thing is, when it kind of like was winding down, I just stopped really watching those shows, and then they dropped what the hell was it called? Superman and Lois. And I just never started it, but everyone says Superman and Lois is really good. Chris says there was another Supergirl that was in Smallville. Oh, I saw not a meme, but I saw a Twitter post that showed all five. It was the 80s one or whatever, Smallville, Melissa Benoist, Sasha Calle, and Millie Alcock. I actually liked the version from The Flash too. I was like, bring her back over. But they did not. But I did think her version would have been really cool. I know she had her own look and didn't look like the comic book version, and her suit was way different. But I think there would have been a cool way to integrate it after that movie or something, seeing as they kind of were going to do Flashpoint anyway. Just put her like into the new like the new universe, and oh, her suit's damaged, she needs a new suit. But then again, after seeing her in that suit, there's no way she would put on a skirt. Like, it would make no sense for that character to have like a badass like pants suit and then go and put on a skirt. Like, it wouldn't make sense. Chris says, Supergirl with the dark hair. Yeah. And I know people are like, she wasn't even in that movie. a lot. But that's the way you introduce a character. I'm not saying the way they introduced this one in Superman was bad, but that was literally just like, hey, here's crumbs. She's getting a movie next. Like that's really all you got. She came in for the last minute and a half, and that's basically like cameo, whatever they call it. Not cameo slop, but basically just to put someone in the movie to say, hey, she's gonna be in the next one. Like, but it was fine. But the Flash one, even though she didn't have a lot of time in it, it was still more of she was in the movie for a little. They had to save her, and then she was there, and then the movie ended, and then okay, she could have done something else. Shira says, of course, in the season 4 finale of Young Justice, there's a hint at another Kara-Zor-El. I don't know what that means. Shira says, just stop doing live action, Gun, and get back to what DC excels at, animation. Well, at least they're doing both because, well, I know Creature Commandos is getting a season 2, but besides that, I actually don't know what else is coming out. Like, I don't know if you watched this first season of Cape Crusader, the Batman animated one that came out like 2 years ago. That was really good. And you know what's kind of funny? Because I don't get stuff. I know there are always the people who bash something because they're just pieces of crap. Like the people who call this girl ugly and they don't want her to be Supergirl and they make fun of her and stuff like that. They do it all the time. They did it to Brie Larson. But they didn't do it to the Penguin in the Cape Crusader, which will be right up their alley for spewing vile, because in the Cape Crusader, the Penguin was gender swapped. And I couldn't believe no one said anything. I mean, I'm talking about the bad people who complain about everything. No one complained about it. I was very surprised that there was a peace and quiet during that. Or maybe it's because it was animation and people don't care about animation. Yeah, I enjoyed Creature Commando. I was mad about who died in it, but I enjoyed it. But James Gunn can never fail with a Guardians of the Galaxy type thing with a group of people and a mascot. Like, he does that really well. Chris says, hasn't seen Cape Crusader, though. I love that original dark outfit Bruce wore. Yeah, in Cape Crusader, I think his outfit is gray. I've only watched it once. And funny, that's one of the only shows where the Kind Assassin cameos in a couple of episodes, because she was on some of the reactions with me. So if you want to see her react to his show, I think that's the only one she's ever done. I think she did maybe like the first 5 episodes. Shear says, Mini Driver was the Penguin. How did I miss that? I don't know. Connor says, false outrage needs a certified direction to go. When the plan hasn't been distributed, no one knows how to function, so they just take a seat. Yeah. Someone's mentioned something today that makes sense. Never really thought about it because I don't care enough, since like we know Shira hates the DCU. Like, that we know. I don't hate it. I go see all these movies. I've seen all the Zack Snyder ones. Like, I see them. I prefer Marvel, obviously, but I don't like boycott their movies. I go watch them. But someone, excuse me, mentioned that like in the 20 years that Marvel started the MCU, almost every studio has tried to do what they've done, and they've all failed. Like, it's not just DC. No one else could do it. And it's not like, oh, like boasting that no one else can do it. It's freaking hard to do it. It's really hard to do it, because if you're going to say, I want to do a shared universe, and you're like, okay, I'm assuming when you go into like production and the studios, they're like, okay, we're going to do this thing, right? So the studio makes tons of movies, but so just say like I'm Warner Brothers and I'm doing these superhero movies. I also make Harry Potter, for example, and I put out Harry Potter movies. They all make $1 billion. I don't think that money has anything to do with the comic book movies that I would be producing at DC Studios, right? So if I put out one movie and it's okay, it makes okay money, we do the second movie, it bombs. I don't think Warner Brothers is saying, oh, don't worry about that. Harry Potter made $2 billion. You're good. Like, I don't think it works that way. And that's why I think it's so hard. I think they have a budget and a goal for this pocket universe. And all they worry about is how much money are these movies making. And if you put out these movies and they don't sell, they cancel it. Like the Monsterverse, when Tom Cruise was what the hell was he? He was in The Mummy, right? That shitty version. And one movie, it flopped and they ended it because they couldn't like justify saying, damn, if a Tom Cruise movie flops, are these movies going to sell? It doesn't matter what else we're putting out that's making money because this universe isn't doing what we needed to do. We're going to cut it off. So that's why it's impossible to do this. Marvel picked the perfect time to start. And when it comes to like expectations, imagine 2007, 2006, Kevin Feige's at Marvel Studios. He's like, you know what, guys? We're going to start a cinematic universe. And then they're like, okay, cool. So who are we going to start with? We're going to start with Spider-Man. Like, oh, no, we don't have Spider-Man. Okay. We're going to start with the Fantastic Four. No, we don't have the Fantastic Four. Oh, you're going to start with Blade. We don't have Blade. Like, who you're going to do the mutants? You want to do Magneto and Professor? We don't have the rights to the mutants. Like, okay, who are you starting this fucking universe with? Well, we could that, you know, that corny metal guy that flies around in that cheap looking suit, Iron Man. We'll do Iron Man first. And then, you know, that guy who's like just like propaganda, Captain America. We'll do him. And then we have this public domain character, Thor. Like, we'll do Thor too. Like anyone could use Thor. Why not? Let's do Thor. And they made it work. And DC has Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. They cannot make it work. It does not make sense to me, but I think people should stop trying besides Marvel. Shearer says, but the big hotness of Henry Cavill saved that. Doom Patrol was perfect. Oh, everyone did say Doom Patrol was good. Chris says, true, I hate to agree with Shearer because she is pure evil, but DC live action has been a big failure lately. No, I agree with that. I'm just saying I watch them and I typically enjoy them. Connor says, as a Mexican, hell yeah, Vex. Chris says, I wanted to like Blue Beetle. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't good. Blue Beetle, this is interesting because obviously it doesn't matter what, like, I thought it was fine, but there are, like on Twitter, a lot of people love it. A lot of Mexican Americans love it because they have representation, which is cool. And then I know some who don't like it because they feel like George Lopez's character is like a mockery or a caricature of, like, you know, a certain type of Mexican male. So there's like two sides to every story. So you can't win everyone. But I feel like most people may have enjoyed it. Shearer says, First Steps could have been Marvel's first movie if they were in the 616. So well done. See, the thing about this was, I liked Fantastic Four First Steps. I just think Marvel waited too long, meaning they purchased Fox. I don't remember what year it was. 2020 maybe? Let me see. I got to look this up. When did Disney buy Fox? Disney bought Fox in 2019. They waited 6 years to put out the Fantastic Four. People, when they put out just that they were making a Fantastic Four, when it had the old logo, just the four with the circle, if they would have put out a Fantastic Four in 2022, it would have made $1 billion. Like, if they would have put it out and they were in the MCUs, just somehow in there, it would have made $1 billion. But they waited too long, and they made a niche movie that was very good. But like, my brother hated it, and he loves Marvel movies. He's like, why do I need to be in the 50s? Like, this is stupid. And I'm sure there were a lot of people that thought that. Boom. Let's see. Chris says, if they were smart, Marvel could have had the Fantastic Four trapped in the negative zone for 50 or so years, and time is relative, and they could pop out. Like, there's so much stuff you could do. It's a comic book universe. Do whatever the hell you want. But man, they just missed out an opportunity to just pop them in somewhere. Like, they didn't have to show up out of nowhere in like Infinity War or something, because that was already out. Like, Endgame, like, they bought them, I think, right before Endgame came out. Like, man, definitely could have hit. And the same thing with the mutants. I never want to underestimate the popularity of the X-Men, but if they announce at Comic-Con that the X-Men movie is coming out in 2027, is it too late for it to ride the popularity of when Disney bought Fox in 2019, or does it not matter? I mean, we saw Deadpool and Wolverine made $1 billion. So if you make an X-Men movie, I'm sure at least the first one is going to make $1 billion, because people have been waiting for a good, like a very good version of them. So if they see the first one, it makes $1 billion and it sucks, the brand is probably done for the mutants. But I don't know. Shearer says, can we put you in the negative zone, Chris? We'll put you both in the negative zone. Boom says, I am weird. I like the retro feel. I enjoyed the retro feel. Like, I like the movie. I just think I would have liked it more if it was in the main timeline. But I mean, you can't fault them for that, because they have 10, like 15 years of stories, and now they just got their characters back. So they have to figure out a way to put them in. But then when you think of it, after Secret Wars, I don't know, are they too old to be in like a rebooted MCU as the main version to be there? Or do you want them to be younger? I feel like they're probably fine, because I think, isn't Reed the oldest anyway? Two negatives do make a positive, Boom. Oh, Boom says, how am I doing this week? I'm doing good. I was busy as everyone else is. I was telling everyone I was almost late to this, actually. I didn't have anything connected at 6:57. I was getting my water in the kitchen, and I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my God, I have 3 minutes. So I had to run back here, get everything set up, and I'm here. Chris says, like Eleanor said to the environment dude, eat my farts. That's beautiful. Oh boy. Chris said, Reed is supposed to be in his late 30s or early 40s, and in the comics, Sue is in her late teens? What? What the hell is going on in the comic books? That's like, yeah, I don't know how it'll work after, because Pedro Pascal, I think, is almost 50, right? Or is he my age? Let's see. Let us see. Pedro Pascal is 51 years old. So 51, next year, Secret Wars, he's 52. They reboot the universe, he's 53. So in when we have the everything combined, one universe, Reed Richards will be 53 years old. So for comic book people out there, is that how it goes? Like, can you do a trilogy like after when you're starting? Reed is 50. Sue is probably in, I don't know, Vanessa Kirby's probably going to be in her 40s. And then the other two guys, I think one is in his 30s and one is in his 40s already. Like, is that a good version of the Fantastic Four to like start new with, or do you need to reboot them again? Boom says, dirty, dirty old man. Gives new meaning to like, keep your hands to yourself when he could stretch his arms. Chris says, but Reed is made elastic, so as they say, rubber don't crack, because he's whack.
I may not know my flowers.
Oh, Reed.
But I know a bitch when I see one. Oh.
So yeah, we got 4 weeks to Spider-Man, and then 6 months to Doomsday. I feel like we're gonna get a Doomsday trailer this month because they're gonna show it to the people at Comic-Con. This might be, for Marvel anyway, one of like a retro Comic-Con where there's going to be so much hype because this is the first year that we have no idea what's going on next year. Like the past few Comic-Cons, he used to announce so many movies that you knew what was supposed to be coming out. Like when he announced in whatever 3 or 4 years ago, it was like, okay, we're doing Kang Dynasty, and then it was supposed to be Secret Wars Part 1 and Secret Wars Part 2, I think. Or something like that. And then they split it. Like, we knew it was coming, but this year, like, we have no idea. Like, no one knows anything. There are no leaks. You know, we just assume that one of the movies is going to be Black Panther 3 because 100% they have to do that. Like, we know the mutants are coming. We just don't know when. Fantastic Four, like, I feel like I think they need a trilogy, but I don't think the second movie is coming out till after Secret Wars because I think they probably want to put their second movie in the current timeline. And then, I don't know, I want to see like Miss Marvel again. I want to see Photon again. I want to see Captain Marvel again. Where am I? Shira says, it was common back in the day, though, for older men to marry younger women. Won't give it a pass, but it is what it is. That's why I should be allowed to marry Kit Connor. He's adorable, but there's an age difference. Who is Kit Connor? I don't know why I thought of Kit Cloud Kicker. If you guys used to watch Tailspin, that was the little guy who used to be with Baloo. Chris says, Shira, you can't marry a human. The DNA is incompatible. Oh, don't get Shira mad. You're treading on dangerous ground, Chris. Oh, man, this is going wild. I'm surprised we're having all of this. And True is nowhere to be found. True might be playing some Palia right now, missing all the fun. Vex is definitely watching the game. For sure. Chris says he's the cute ginger fellow from Heartstopper. I don't know what a Heartstopper is. I don't know. Vex is still alive. So you guys saying Mexico is currently winning 2-0 right now? True says she used to watch Tailspin. I can't believe you remember the name of the characters. I remember Baloo. I remember Kit Cloud Kicker. And obviously King Louie, because King Louie is also in Jungle Book, and his name is King Louie in Jungle Book. And besides that, I don't remember, but yeah. Boom says, there's Seattleite. Hiya. Oh, you may notice a new overlay on here. Help Buy Me a Road Video S. I am just testing something from Streamlabs that is supposed to link to my super chats. So next time I do a shots-a-thon and you guys start making me drink, that technically should go up. But we'll see if it works. Boom says, France is going to win the whole thing. They're just too strong. I can't believe, Shira says, you said overlay. Underlay. Oh, that reminds me of something. I remember, I got to think of the word. It was like 20 years ago, and I think we were driving to my friend's wedding. And I don't remember what the context was, but somebody's girlfriend was driving, and then me and my two male friends were in the car, and we were joking around, and someone, or I don't remember who said to someone, "You're a pushover," and then someone said back to him, he's like, "If you want, I'll be your push under," and the girl got mad for some reason. I don't know why I always remember that. It just came back to me, but we were just like joking between ourselves, and she got mad. It was funny. Funny. Oh, that earthquake was nuts. True says Tailspin was part of the Disney afternoon. It was. I know it changed multiple times, but the one that I remember was DuckTales, Tailspin, Chippendales Rescue Rangers, Gummy Bears, and I don't remember if Darkwing Duck was ever part of it or if Darkwing Duck was Saturday morning. But I do remember Gummy Bears. Shira says, I remember Family Guy making fun of the rich duck in his room of gold coin. Oh, you don't know Scrooge McDuck and his rival from Scotland? What was his name? Gloomgold? Scrooge McDuck rival. Flintheart Glumgold is his rival. The second richest duck in the world, and stops at nothing to steal the top spot from Scrooge. Gummy Bears was funny, bouncing here and there and everywhere. Boom says, dream final for me, Cape Verde versus USA. I would say Italy, but they haven't made it in like 12 years. I can't believe it. That's embarrassing. Chris says, yeah, don't feel bad for not watching any of the Disney stuff. Just feel bad because of the pure evil coursing through your veins. Man, the Disney afternoon raised millions of us. Chris says, that was directed at Shira. Oh, Vex says, dude, that would be a sick one. I don't even know what you're responding to, Sir Vexed. I'm getting hungry too. I might have some dinner after this. Khan says, I'm going to have to poop. And no, I'm not leaving the live while I do it. Oh, this is why I love everyone. This is why I love everyone. Shira says, we got it, Chris, you freak of nature. Vex says, con artist, just crack a window for us. Boom says, no offense, man. I hate Italy. Love everything else about it, though. A poop stream? That's where I'll do next Tuesday, live from the bathroom. Oh my God. Oh, Vex is like, what did you get me into? Only if you have diarrhea. Holy, this is too funny. You guys are going to get me banned. And Vex has to get me something off the back of a truck. Vex, live from the porcelain throne. Oh my Lord. That's going to be when someone buys Screen Sanctum. My new channel name is going to be the Porcelain Throne. Oh, I can't with you guys. You make me laugh. Where's the kind assassin today? I believe she is in her little office doing work right now. But She says hello, like every Tuesday before I hop on. She says, tell everyone I said hello. And I do. Chris says, Heartstopper is a cool UK series. Its third and final season is a movie that's dropping on Netflix. Let's see. Heartstopper. Heartstopper. Oh, look who's in it. The kid from Agatha All Along. British coming of age. It's the cast. Or I should say the kid from here was in Agatha All Along, because I think this came out first. Joe Locke. Oh, he's a baby. He's only 22. He's going to be in the MCU for a while. Vex says, you saw her today? I always miss, I don't know what's going on sometimes. Shira says, is the kind assassin on the porcelain throne too? The kind assassin has a porcelain throne. I have like a wooden outhouse, like back in the days in the castle, where you just use the bathroom and it would just fall all the way down. That's what I use. Chris says, and Olivia Colman, the queen of UK entertainment. I have to look. I don't see her in the cast. She's not listed on the first page. But the name rings a bell. I think I know who it is. Yeah, the one that they wasted in Secret Invasion. She was great in Secret Invasion, but damn, they wasted her talents. Boom says, we'd never know. She's all assing, you know. Ah, touche. Touche. That's a good one. Chris says, yeah, you're right. They did indeed waste her talents. The only good thing that comes about when they put out something so bad is that people forget about it and then they recast the characters. Like if they wanted her in something else, no one would care and be like, wasn't she in Secret Invasion? No. Connor says, I love my bidet. I don't get paid, but I can't help but say you need to buy a bidet today. I wanted to get one during COVID, I remember. And for some reason, everyone bought bidets during COVID. Like they were sold out everywhere. Boom says, she really is such a good actress. I'd watch a movie of her just reading a phone book. What kind of movie would that be? Boom. Bidet life. So I don't know who you were talking about, Vex, when you said you hung out with her today. Or did you delete that comment? Oh, yeah, you said I saw her today. Boom says we got one. It's nice. Oh, here's a question I have. When we went to Spain, Boom, you'll definitely know this, I feel like. So in the hotel, oh, her, yes, you did. When we were in the hotel, the bathroom's a bathroom, right? You have the toilet, the shower, and then there was another little toilet, which at passing, I said, oh, they have a bidet in here. But it wasn't a bidet. It was like a toilet that was like 3 inches off the ground. And it did have like a water nozzle that shot into the toilet. Was that like a urinal? Like are the urinals in Spain just little toilets? Shira says Spain as in Spain, Spain? You knew I was in Spain. We went there a month ago in May. At the end of May. Michelle is here. My thoughts on Supergirl were, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. It wasn't a 1 out of 10. It wasn't a 10 out of 10. I think Superman was better, but I personally liked Supergirl more. Chris says, we're not going to ask you how you got that name, Boom. True says, squatty potty like in Japan. Is that what it is? Like you could do number 1 and number 2 in there. It didn't look like you could do number 2 in there. Because there's no water in the bowl. It was just like a bowl. So you put the water on like as you're squatting. Shearer says we give it a 4 out of 10. Boom says, LOL, it rhymes with my last name. Wish it was a better story. If Boomhauer, you know, I never even read your whole screen name. I only read like Boomhauer. I didn't know it was Boomhauer 8703. Boom says no, bidet. I don't know what's going on. Chris says, you're generous, Shearer, and that's rare for your species. I'd give that movie a 2 out of 10, meaning they would need to pay me to watch it. It's funny how non-toxic all my regulars are until we start talking about the DCU. Michelle says, I was hoping for more emotional roller coaster than I got. Yeah, there was just a couple of things. And I personally, any movie that I watch, even the ones that I like, I nitpick them. Not meaning I complain about things, but I notice things that I have questions about. And a movie doesn't have to be perfect for me to like it. So there was a couple of things in it where I was just a little confused. And then, so like, they establish in the movie that she and Crypto are inseparable. Like, Crypto is her life. Like, she's going through some shit. Like, she hates life, basically. The only thing she loves is Crypto. And they do a very good job, like, displaying that. But then I'm like, then why the hell did she leave Crypto on Earth with Clark and Superman? There's nothing could go on in her life that she would leave Crypto on Earth. So, like, retroactively, that makes no sense. Because when she comes back to get him, right, she's drunk. So she was just partying, and she's like, I need my dog now. So she gets her dog and she leaves. But in this movie, she brings her dog everywhere. Crypto is drinking with her. She brings Crypto to the bars. So why did she not take him that time? It kind of just contradicts itself a little bit. And it's not a big deal, but he's such an integral part of the first 2 movies that it's just confusing as to why would she leave him there? But like, again, it doesn't ruin the movie for me. It's just something after the movie that I thought about. And then there was some things with the villain where he was doing bad, like terrible stuff, but he was boring and he contradicted himself a couple of times. That made no sense to me. Con artist, man, you didn't have to give me $2, but thank you. I have to find the right. Let's see. How's this one? Oh, it did add $2 to my Help Me Buy a Road video S. That's cool. It works. Kira's here? Oh, shit. Kira is here. We missed you. Know it's late. Has to come in and say hello to everyone. Hope the kind assassin is doing well, too. She is doing great. Thank you for hopping on. We miss you so much. Hopefully, if we play video games, which I say every week and we don't, but if we do, or next Tuesday you have time, but we hope everything's going well with your thesis I think you're doing. I hope it's going great. Chris says, wait, what is that you get with that $2? Oh, God. He gets a lap dance from Boomhauer. Michelle says, not getting the vial antidote a lot earlier got me frustrated. The thing with that is, so he has a basically instant kill. Whatever he has kills whatever he hits with it. And I guess it depends because the dog is Kryptonian, and I can believe that it's going to kill the dog slower than a non-Kryptonian. Like I could believe that. So that's fine. No problem there. 3 days it'll kill the dog. Totally fine. The stupid thing is, and movies always do stupid things a lot of times, is like you're a villain and you're so cocky, you're like, I have this thing here. If I inject you with it, you die. And the only thing that can cure you, I'm just going to wear it around my neck. And everyone knows it's around my neck. So if you could beat me and take it, you could cure yourself. Which, okay, fine. He's just a cocky asshole. But anyways, he has an instant kill vial. And his goal, at the end anyway, is to kill Supergirl. So if you're fighting in a yellow sun planet, because that's what it was, a yellow sun. So that's where she has her power. So it could be a fair fight because he was pretty strong, not as strong as her. Anyway, he has her right where he wants her. He has his gun, shoots her 5 times, and you're like, damn, like she's going to die. Someone's going to have to get that potion. But no, like an idiot, he shoots her with kryptonite during a yellow sun when 30 minutes ago he tells us he knows what kryptonite does and he knows what a blue sun does, an orange, a red sun, and a yellow sun. If you had 5 in the chamber, why are you not shooting her with the poison? I would have much rather seen her figure out a way to get out of that than get shot with kryptonite. He was good as Lobo, but Lobo did not need to be in that movie. It would have been the same movie without him. Here's a DC really needs to put the fork in their live act. Oh, that's what they were saying earlier. Game over, man. Game over. Chris said, I don't even think Lobo could save that film. It's just, I don't understand how they plan their cameos. Like the way he was in it, it made sense why he would be going after this person too. But it was very convenient, I guess. And the thing that sucks is everyone's saying that, and I wouldn't know, I don't read the comics. I don't know what Lobo does. I don't know anything about him. But people who do are saying that he's playing a perfect Lobo. Like that's how he acts. That's Lobo. The problem is that's kind of how he played Aquaman. So he's basically a same character, only he had to switch it because they wanted Aquaman to be cool rather than be like the blonde-headed, doofy-looking one. So for me, it took me a little bit. Like the first time he was on screen, I was like, oh man, this is just Aquaman in makeup. But then getting more into the movie, I was like, okay, I could hear a little bit of different accent. He has different kind of charm. Like he's different, but not a lot. But Jason Momoa is one of those actors. He plays similar characters in all the movies that I've seen, and I don't mind it. What did you guys think of Christopher Reeves and Helen Slater AI in that Flash movie? The problem with the Flash movie was all of that shit, because the Flash movie wasn't a bad movie. Like the plot of that movie was fine, but boy, did the way they shot it. Like there's literally one scene, and everyone says this, it's not an original thought. It's literally a video game cutscene. So all of you play video games, so you know when you're like playing and you're shooting, boom, 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 and then the camera is like maybe in front of you, and it kind of like pans and then goes behind you so you could see you, and then it's like the title screen of the game. They literally do that in the Flash. And I'm like, if I notice that, then it's probably bad. And then there was some funny scenes. The one where he's saving the kids, the little babies, and putting them in the microwave, like that was silly. It's just the way they shot it. It could have looked better. Sure says true. There's a lot of Jason Momoa to go around. You'll have to deal with his wife She's going to be in Superman, Man of Tomorrow. People think she's going to be Wonder Woman. True says, oh yeah, I love the legend on Billie Jean. Lisa Simpson's voice actress was in that as a kid. Kira says, what did... Oh, I read that already. Michelle says she wanted more Momoa. That's the thing about that. If you put him in, it takes you away from... It pulls you out of the movie. Because I guarantee you there are people that went to the movie that were like, oh my God, when's Lobo showing up? When are we going to see Lobo? And whereas I kind of forgot he was going to be in it. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, that's right. Lobo's in this. And the thing that I see people like argue about is obviously the people who are trolls are losers and people have to defend against them. But the one thing a lot of people are saying is like, this movie is very feminist, right? Female empowerment, which I can't disagree that some of it is, but she doesn't beat the villain without a man. And I'm like, that kind of contradicts the point of 90% of the movie that was like the story about her was so good. And then it's like, okay, Lobo has to be here to help her. Like, why? She's Supergirl. Like, she shouldn't need anyone. I would have much rather have seen her fight with Krypto, because Krypto is a Kryptonian. He's super strong, and Krypto doesn't have a moral compass. He's a dog. He'll bite your throat off if he wants to, probably. I would love to see her fight with Krypto. Shira says, don't threaten me. I take Momoa's wife, too. He's not married to Lisa Bonet anymore. He hasn't been with her in a while. He's with the woman from Andor. Young Momoa in Baywatch. Boom says, so wait a minute. Bonet has been married to Kravitz and now Momoa not too... She was married to Kravitz and Momoa. They've been not together for, I think, like 5 years now. Michelle says, yeah, he has a new girlfriend that was on the red carpet with him and his kids. Yes, she played Bix in Andor. So she was Cassian's wife, girlfriend in Andor. If you watched Andor. Chris says, and of course Shira's work is sloppy and inaccurate. Oh my God. Dude, it's already 8:02. I can't believe it. I might put this on the record as the fastest live stream, or like the live stream that felt like it's gone the fastest. Shira says, watch it, Chris, before you're effed up the... Whoa. Boom says, look at Steve living in La La Land, knowing all the gossip. That's not... That's like common knowledge, man. I mean, I do follow him on Instagram, so he posts a lot of pictures with his family. And she's great in Andor, so she's very recognizable. Like, if I didn't watch Andor, I probably wouldn't like recognize who she was. But since I did, and I saw them, I said, oh shit, he's with her now, which is dope. Oh man. Chris says, hey, you got to buy me dinner and treat me proper before anything like that happens. All right, we all need to hang out. I'm not even lying. I need to see this in person. This needs to be in person. So from everyone on the stream, the ones that are here is me, Vexed, and William, and Jeff. So that's 4. Everyone else has to come here. Come on, hop 2. It's Drew's like, Jason was in Stargate? Oh man, this was fun. I'm just pretty hungry. I need to eat, and it's almost my bedtime. Vex says we can build a pillow fort. Hell yeah. There's always going to be a warehouse empty we can hang out in. Kira says, can I leave you two alone for any amount of time? Kira, you left them alone for like 2 months. You haven't been here. It's been a mess without you. You've been missed. But I feel bad that it's 8 and Kira's only been on for like 10, 15 minutes, but I have to go. Maybe I might be off on Friday. I don't know if everyone else is off on Friday. But maybe I do a little impromptu Friday midday. What's going on, everyone? Who knows? We'll see. But once again, thanks everyone for hopping on. I hope everyone has a great Tuesday. If you see me on, hop on. And Kira says, no problem. It was my fault for a crazy busy life. Crazy busy lives are nobody's fault. As I said, I hope your studies are going well. And when that's all done, I think we really all want to hear about how it goes. So happy World Cup to everyone who has a team in it. And bye for everyone except Chris. Oh my God, I got to get out of here. Peace, guys.